It's officially
Oh, I
after
agree.
6.
Only a beautiful
No, 10.
shop.
You're good to go.
A lot of people in there. Yeah.
Okay, good evening, everyone. I'm going to call the meeting to order. My name is Paul Goldstein.
Just froze. Yep.
Yeah.
We run away. Paul, we just lost you. Do you want to continue without video?
You might have totally gotten us. It's the removed.
I'm happy to pick it up. Can you just pull up the agenda?
You couldn't have done it on your stuff. It was just one item instead of. Mr. Bureau that kind of was working.
Garden selection.
No, that's.
I know, that one's
No, it never went through.
It's this one.
That's
Mr.
like
Beer,
I said.
they want to discuss the district fair and how it was
Got signed.
Got it.
So I was
Right,
thinking-
so, I'm gonna pick up where Paul dropped off. I'm Andrew Zilter, co-chair of the committee. As Paul referenced, we have one topic this evening, which is to discuss the state of disrepair, I believe is how we framed it, at Hanover Square. Apologies, I'm not sure who's spearheading this part of the conversation.
Well, we have a guest here from the Parks Department.
Got it. Great, okay.
Grace Flores, I'm a regional manager
Hi,
at Parks,
nice to see you.
and
Yeah,
I'm here with our district manager, Jamal, who you've seen
Great.
more often.
Yeah.
District Manager, Parks Department.
Cool. Why don't
Who are the park reps?
Teresa and Jamal?
Okay. Thank you both for coming. And I guess you could hear me again. So unless I get technical difficulties, why don't we start the meeting? Meeting, as you know, is really concerning mainly the Queen Elizabeth Garden, AKA British Memorial Garden down by Hanover Square, and some ongoing maintenance issues. And I guess I'm going to just turn it right over to the people who raised those issues initially, and they can discuss them. And I know Joe Coppell is one of them, and he has a conflict tonight. So let Joel get started.
Okay, well, I'm here with Susan also, Susan Cole. So Teresa's been very good to us about meeting with us and addressing the issues of the park that's really been neglected for a very, very long time. We've had a lot of water problems, which have lifted the tiles. A lot of the tiles have been cracked. They need to be replaced. We've had some truckers knock over some bollards on the perimeter of the park. We've had skateboarders absolutely destroy this park numerous times that we called PEP, and with Rex's help, they came and chased away the skateboarders, but they did a lot of damage. The stone that was brought in from the United Kingdom has been broken off in several spots. A lot of the acorns that were on the benches themselves were destroyed as the skateboarders went around the different benches. So it's been a process over the last 3 or 4 years to try to get the park back to looking its handsome self. The park, as you know, may not know, during the 9/11 ceremony there is a separate ceremony that the British conduct with bagpipes and everything else. They come down to the park. We've actually had Prince Charles come down to the park at one point. Of course, now he's King Charles. So it is, there is royalty that comes down to the park, and they do want the park in the best possible shape it is. So Reese has been good enough to come down tonight and talk about the improvements that are forthcoming, and I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you.
Thanks, Joel.
It's so nice seeing Joel and Susan there at the park and to have eyes on the park that actually care about every inch, I'd say, because I think we've covered every single thing that needs to be done and maybe even further wishes.
Sorry, just 1 second. Can everyone hear on the phone?
I could hear Therese.
Okay,
Yes.
got it.
So, if I need to, I can speak up. We have, slate and other marble and granite that we need to go to the quarry in order to source pieces for certain repairs. So we're waiting for that to open up in spring. There are under the benches which have metal pieces and we just need to get the paint, which we can do. It looks a little rusty underneath there and over time that's a normal part of wear and tear. We do have pieces that look like they were backed into or possibly, hit with, blunt instrument, which could have been a skateboard. They're cracked pieces of the benches that we're working on to get new pieces for and temporary repairs until we get those pieces. Also, we're fabricating metal arms, which were made custom for these benches that are ADA compliant to help people to sit down. And they also do to the skateboards because they stick out just enough to not have enough area to move and skateboard on them as well. The bollards on the corners are black and they're not easy for trucks to see, and the trucks want to pull up on the sidewalk because it's a narrow street. Unfortunately, it's not slate sidewalk is not the best thing to drive on. Shouldn't be driving on it. So, and these bollards have been damaged by urine over the years, and so they just easily broke off, and so they need to be either sourced or installed in a certain way so that they're the same height, because they actually broke off. They didn't just come out of the ground. So, on top of that, rodents and cleanliness is something we work to stay on top of, and we have someone who's assigned to the park 5 days a week. And they're there to address issues and alert us to any rodent problems, which can be difficult to get on top of, and we just have to constantly maintain for. We have a lot of restaurants around the park, and we have a lot of piles of garbage that stay overnight, and as long as there's that, it's gonna be a difficult thing to get to zero. So whenever we have holes, we treat them with what's called the Burrow RX. It's a machine that does carbon monoxide, and it's highly effective, but rodents move in from all over, seeing an opportunity. And so we just have to keep doing it. So if there's problems, please report them to 311 or call Jamal or I, which is much faster, and we can get someone down there to address it.
Great, thank you. Why don't we go around the room? Any questions?
Well, the one questions, we asked for a couple of things and we didn't do it in the budget this year. And so next year, I guess we have to do it, but I would love to be able to close the park at 10 o'clock and figure out if we could put a railing around it. Because we're near restaurants on Stone Street. And what happens is they all get drunk and come and sit in that park and carry on all through the night. And so, and then are destructive as well. And my suggestion is I want to move the garbage cans out more closely, closer to the street in both places, because I think that will help with collection and also keep the park clearer and we can figure out something. Joel and I haven't discussed it. We don't always agree on everything, but and we're trying to get the stores to empty out the garbage more regularly, because that's also an issue. So it's just we just have to keep on top of it. It's a nice park, and the British don't give us any money, really. I mean, let's call it like it is.
So just to follow up on Susan's comments, if the community board were to put forward a request to consider closing the park at 10, is that even an option?
Well, what she's suggesting is putting up a railing, which is fencing or enclosing the park so it can be closed, because currently there's no way to close it.
Yeah.
And so it would need a resolution, we need to find funding.
Got it, okay.
How would that work with the emergency vehicles if they had to get into the park for the building on fire?
No, nothing can drive on that because of the bolts underneath. So it's not really advisable to have a large vehicle on it. So, they can get there from the street side. And
That's
the
it.
park is quite narrow. So,
They're not gonna ever go in the park. The only place they would come,
Because
which is
there's
part of the
streets.
problem.
Yeah.
Well, there's streets on either side, and we have a wide access, right? And so the railing, the new, whatever we would install, wouldn't encroach on our property. but it still would be hard for a fire truck to come all the way. They'd have to park in the street.
Okay, if I can just go back for a second. So all those we talked about a little bit, all the tiles that are broken and raised and the grouting that has to be done. So this is starting in April, May, June.
As we get the good weather and the scheduling, but we have to have the right materials and make sure that it's done and made safe. They're not gonna be completely replaced. If they're cracked, it's just a blemish. If they're wobbling, we're gonna make them steady. It's not something that's gonna look like brand new, but it will be fixed.
Because right now you have a lot of tiles that are trip hazards.
Yeah, they're loose.
Wait 1 second. Waterproofing has been a problem when, I'm not trying to go back into history, this is way before you, this is with Castro and this debacle, but, when they were supposed to put the tiles down originally, it was supposed to be waterproofed, but they had to do it in a hurry. And so they never waterproofed it, so you have water seeping in, and that's why a lot of the tiles are jiggly and they're not set, and they move around a lot. I think the water has a lot to do with it, but I just want to make sure that it's going to be grouted, it's going to be tight, no trip hazards. And we talked about, there was a stash at one time of extra tiles. Are they gone? Because
We
COVID,
do have some.
we do have some. But there are names on them and there are ribbons on them. So
Some of them may need to be redone, but they're too worn.
how much help are you getting from the British Queen Elizabeth Garden?
We haven't requested anything. They are operating, they do help. We can request it as we need it.
Can you speak up a little bit?
So, we have help from who's operating it and they have funds from the 9/11 events that go on in memoriam, from the British government. And they help us when we request things. So we have to get a quote for everything that needs to be done. They help us where they can, and otherwise, if it's too expensive, we need capital for like fencing and stuff like that. The pieces of marble, and we have to seek once a
But
quarter.
there really is not an organization that on a regular basis intervenes with this park, like, say, Washington Market Park or something like that.
Correct.
Well, they fund the person who's there every day, so I feel like they do.
You mean the
Parks doesn't-
person who cleans?
Yes.
That woman?
Well,
It's from the- it's not
it's
paid
the
by
other,
you?
it does the community also doesn't have an organized group that oversees the park. Or it's just a handful of people like you. I mean, you're doing a great job, but just want to
No.
clarify that.
Yes,
Okay.
that's correct. But who oversees the park, Teresa?
We do.
Right, the woman who cleans there daily and who's terrific. She's really a nice woman and she does all the stuff, but she's not paid by the British.
She is part of
Oh,
that.
she is fund.
She's funded.
Oh, good.
Never knew
That's
that.
the
I
5 day
knew
a week person, 5 days a week
Yes.
person?
5 days a week.
Same person we're talking about. Okay.
Any other questions in the room?
Could you talk a little bit more about the slate that that gets driven on? Is there, if it's just on the part near the street, can it be
Yes.
put on something besides slate? Because that's part of the problem in City Hall Park as well, is that the slate
Yeah,
is
we have,
broken because all the vehicles drive on
it
it.
has to do with like design and making sure that we stay consistent with design. It is a sidewalk, so it could be possibly a DOT thing, but maybe we will seek a different material if we have trucks driving on it. So.
Yeah, I just kind of feel like even in City Hall Park, it just breaks your heart, because slate's so beautiful, but
Yeah.
it, it fractures, as we all know.
Well, those are granite, the ones that are right outside of Tweed that you're talking about in parts of the area, like Chambers, and I know what you mean. The trucks are constantly driving up on it. And
Right.
that's something I keep documenting because it's a part of what is making the park harder to maintain.
Well, and maybe there, to your point, you can explore a different material. I have no idea what is incredibly durable for trucks, but there's,
It's not pieces of slate that that's
That's right. Maybe there's something else, but, I'm pulling up pictures here, trying to see it from the street side, and most of the pictures are from, inside the park. But it sounds like that's something you know is the problem, so it'd be great to just fix it the way you know.
Yeah, well, as they break down, we just replace them, some of them. That's the
Oh.
best thing to do, but
Right, but then it doesn't look
it
quite as
doesn't
good.
look as nice.
And then the ballers, you know, is that something that you can change the color if the trucks can't see them because they're dark, or?
Well, I can get a reflective sticker and put them on the ones that they keep hitting. Control them. Do that.
The problem is the turn coming out of Stone Street.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
It's too tight a turn and they go up on the sidewalk.
Well, there's now a bike.
Wait,
Yeah, thank you. And then there's parking on the other side of the street and they don't pay attention. Andrew, if truth be told, everybody else, most people are careful and can make the turn.
Is the
Garbage.
placement of the bike,
Garbage trucks.
is the placement of the bike rack problematic? Is that creating part of this?
I don't think
No.
so. I don't think so. It's further
it's
down.
narrowness of the
very
streets, that's
It's
what it
a
is.
very narrow street. You can't.
Any other questions in the
Well,
room?
and just, it's, and there's no problem with the plantings or anything like that, it's all just the skateboarders and the trucks and.
And the dogs, but we now put a sign that says no dogs, except people pick up
Dog-
their,
And dogs read it?
no, but their owners can, except they pick up their dogs and they put them behind the grating so they can pee. I tell you, I've had numbers of fights, but
Thank you.
You're looking good.
Yeah, maybe that's the, Susan writes the sign, urine destroys bollards. you know?
well, we do, it's all of it, but anyway.
No.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew.
Yeah,
So
that's a-
the marble, what pieces are marble?
So the benches
Okay,
are marble.
is that durable enough? I'm wondering, how does that how does that compare to the other stone? I just know that marble's a little softer.
Yeah, it's beautiful. That's why it was chosen.
Okay, no one does.
As long as nobody backs up into it or hits it with something.
Just skateboards.
Just
Just,
skateboards.
or the skateboards, you know. and-
Yeah, they're
And it
murderous.
seems like the skateboards have moved on, is that what you're saying? Or-
No.
For now, it's winter.
Yeah.
Yes.
to install
Remember
more-
that.
More of the
It's winter.
armrests to
And-
keep them from hitting certain areas.
They usually come when someone's off duty.
Tell them, go over to under the Brooklyn Bridge, that's.
Yeah.
But to that point, are there other measures that can be incorporated into the park to become more of a deterrent to skateboarders?
Hmm. What do you think?
Well, placement of garbage or another
So about the planters,
planters, or the planters could be moved.
They're just movable.
No, they're so big, they're not.
A couple of them will get together, they move it for their purpose.
I've seen some amazing ingenuity and
Yes.
heavy materials used. So unfortunately, if you find anything, please let me know. I'd love to try whatever you guys. Other than being there and stopping.
The skateboarders.
Right, and you know, those little, you know how they sometimes put the things that break up the stone, like.
Yeah, we've tried those. They actually,
They just
They
break
smack
them.
them.
that's what the acorns were for. They're
Oh.
beautiful, modeled acorn shaped marble. And they were in the way of them being able to skate, so they knocked them off.
Oh,
And so
then
that's why
a
we want to
tragedy.
do these bar shaped armrests to
Right.
stop them because it seems to be more effective.
And then as it relates to garbage, so Susan mentioned some potential actions. Is there anything we can do with the local restaurants,
we have. And,
like contributing to a fund or?
it's not so much a fun, but on the weekends, they just have the people coming out from the bagel store or the other stores. Mostly the bagel stores where the garbage comes from. And so when the girl's not there 5 days a week.
Yeah.
They are entering, but we are having our staff at 3 Hanover Square also, join in. So
Thank you.
it has gotten better.
Thank
We don't want the rats.
Yeah.
How about a camera? You know, is there a
We
camera?
have cameras.
Do
To
we?
monitor like
There
the
are tons of
skateboarders
cameras out there.
scandals?
Yeah,
The
we
building.
have pictures. Yeah, we took pictures of them, of all the
What
skateboarders.
do I know?
And then they just smile and wave? Is
They could
that-
care less.
Yeah, the NYPD.
And the Downtown Alliance can't do anything either, right? I mean, I guess the staff member from Parks and Downtown Alliance maybe just
If
people
they can,
harassing the skateboarders. I
That's
don't
what,
know.
that's what it takes. I think just interrupting them is the best, having you say when they're there, being able to interrupt them having a pep officer on duty, all of those things help. And
Right,
so,
and saying, go to the Brooklyn Bridge.
But I didn't say that, I just had a baseball.
Doesn't work.
I don't
They
recognize.
go, they're all over on the East River.
I just want to check and see if we have any questions online.
Did you say a baseball bat?
Yeah,
Awesome.
They're all over the
No.
eastern.
Let me just mention a related issue that somebody gave to me from Caroline Miller, who runs the Peckslip Park Association, also asked if she could get 2 additional garbage pails for where the people are eating in the park. She said there
Okay.
are 2 pails there, but they're nowhere where the people are
She
eating.
just sent us like a diagram where she wants them, because we can move them over there.
Is that Therese saying that?
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay, I will point that out to her, the 2 locations.
But the more cans we get, I feel like we also get a lot more dumping too. So we have to be careful that other neighbors and businesses aren't bringing stuff. So we monitor where we put the cans. So if it works out, it's great. If it doesn't, sometimes we move them away.
She said they're now at the very edge of the park. She wants them more centrally, but let me get that more specific.
Yeah, that she wants to move, that's okay. We can look at that.
You want the move, because you want the match.
She want more?
she wants more.
I also would
And
prefer
more.
2 extras if you possibly could do that.
2 more, you said.
Direction.
Yes,
Yeah, just let us know where.
okay. I'll tell her to reach out to you or.
Could I just say something? So, I don't think everybody understands in this room what great lengths Teresa's gone to actually help us, because when the skateboarders were running amok in the park, she actually, cannibalized, I guess those iron bars from a different park. Was it Union Square? Was it Ford? Was it?
I don't even remember now.
So she actually took those metal bars, went to her blacksmith and had them custom made to stop the skateboarders on the benches. I mean, who else does this? I mean, this girl is so dedicated. It's absolutely amazing.
It's such a
Just lucky we
pleasure
had the
for
contractor
us.
that wanted to do something.
But
We had a great decision.
So
But-
Joel,
Also
thank you
for-
for.
Well, we thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but she's been terrific. I can't say, we had, nobody paid any attention to us, and so thank you. It's
I don't
to
tell
both of
Ralph
you.
that. I know he pays attention to.
No,
I think
Ralph,
that's the thing is the parks
Their
are such a
chief,
gift.
he's different than the
What's Ralph's
last one.
last name?
Let's,
what's Ralph's last name? Sorry.
Mussolini.
Yeah. Ralph.
Yeah, yeah,
Ralph
he's-
is
yeah.
amazing.
yeah, he's a good guy. He likes parks, not like.
By the way,
the
tell
last
him I
one.
said that.
I will.
Ralph is.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. Well, and it's
He's
exciting.
also this guy. He's really.
No, I know,
You
I
hardly ever
know.
see me
No,
because
no,
he's
but
so on top of it.
It's a total difference.
Jamal has it to a T, and he makes sure that we've got everything done on time and where we need it. And so if you just tell him, it's done.
I know, and also in real time, I have her cell number, Jamal's cell number. And if there's, chaos in the park,
Once the bathroom.
she's called and had PEP come into the park. So, I mean, it's just great having someone on speed dial that actually cares. It's really great.
And the woman who works.
And you 2 have met our new district manager, Zach,
Good to hear.
who
So that's a question for you guys, if you've met our new district manager.
No.
that we should-
and he will, I'm sure, interact with you as well. Zach Bomber.
Got it. Any other questions, comments on this topic? If not, I have one question, but I'm happy to take it offline. I'm dealing with your permit folks on Corliers.
Mhm.
Are you familiar with what the status of Corliers will be for the spring season? Right now, it's
Possibly under construction, yeah. Is it for the field?
Yeah.
Yeah, under construction.
And is there a time frame for when it might come back online or?
A year it usually takes.
Okay, so it's offline for the.
Yeah. Sorry. I hope it's faster. I'll try and get it faster. When do you need it?
Spring.
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yeah, I wish.
Okay. So anything else?
Thank you, Andrew, for doing a lot of the emceeing.
Not at all, Paul.
But I think we've covered it all.
Birthday cake.
And
Thank
we
you.
got Joel out of here on time to celebrate his evening and his anniversary. Congratulations.
Wife's birthday.
Paul, I guess
Oh, you
we'll
can't be
we'll
late for
revisit
that.
the notion of maybe a resolution for some of the ideas that Susan and Joel raised.
Do you want to talk
For
about
next
the
meeting?
date? Yeah, do it now.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
I was proposing next meeting.
yeah, that's fine.
One to discuss.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, let me ask you a question. So I know Susan raised it, but I know we talked about it offline. Your thoughts, anybody's thoughts about gating the park?
About what gating,
Gating is
I don't
synonymous with
gate.
closing at a certain hour, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's 10 o'clock. It stays open. It makes it a little more difficult for,
Homeless.
it's not even the homeless. I don't mind so
Those-
much. It's just the groups that come drunk after 10 o'clock and hang out till 3 in the morning. And the police don't come anymore. They have other things to do. So that would make a huge difference. And it would make a huge difference also for the skateboarders.
But how do you feel?
Just one much of, you have to put in it, we have to get a cost and a design, am I correct?
And it increases my operating, because we have to close it. It's another site that we need to, make sure gets on the list.
And I might just propose, while I think there's an argument in favor of it, I just think we need to consider if there's an argument not in favor.
Of course, Andrew, I would expect no less from you.
I don't think we have anything hard. It's not.
It's
something
not
very-
hard, unless we propose it as well as the budget and do a resolution,
Yeah.
it goes nowhere.
Yeah.
But I'm a proponent, I mean, it's not keyed like Gramercy Park, it's none of those things. But I think it's certainly feasible.
Sorry, we have a question online I'd like to get to. Alex?
Hi there, thanks. And yeah, Susan, I'm sure I would be one of those voices that probably want some more information about the idea of gating, what the cost is, what this looks like, what that really, really means. And, are there other solutions that could be considered given what that probably is going to cost and what that might actually do to that park? I think we should be very clear as to what is being considered before we are voting for it. That's where I would stand. I see a smile on your face. I'm sorry, I can't come online, but anyway, I just would say I couldn't support this until I had a better sense of what it is that we're trying
There's
to
nothing
support.
to support now
Yeah.
until we get a price and we would make a resolution to have a study at least done.
Oh,
to see
that sounds wise.
what
Great.
implication would be and where we would come out and the cost may be prohibitive, what it would mean, what the hours would be, all of those things.
You'd have to have someone closing it and opening all the
Yeah,
time.
yeah.
That
That's
can
easy.
be a problem.
No,
And also, if you have it closed and everybody that comes out of the front of our building and the gate is closed. So they're coming out of the building, whether they're coming out to leave or with their dog, they're sort of trapped in there.
There's what? I'm sorry?
They're trapped in there. How are they gonna get out?
what are you
Someone
talking about?
closes while they're in the park.
They wouldn't lock it until it was empty.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying at 10 o'clock, you close the park, you have people going out the front door, right? You have going for an Uber, walking their dog,
Right.
going to a restaurant.
Yeah.
They can't get out.
Sure you can. You walk around, Joel. You don't go through the park anyway to get to a restaurant. You have to go through and curve around. Most of our people go straight out and go left.
So it seems like we're starting to debate.
We don't need
merits
to
of
debate
closing
it
the
tonight.
park and I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
we-
yeah.
So,
Perhaps.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's practical, but it seems to me that if hours were posted and loitering after hours prohibited, police might every now and then chase people up and word would get out.
Every park.
Okay.
Don't bet on.
Teeny sign at the opening of the park that you have to
It takes you 5 minutes to read before you walk in the park, and you think people are gonna read
And it
that?
also says no.
No, but once they get.
Yeah,
chased,
yeah,
they come
right.
back.
All the things you shouldn't do, that people are doing in the park,
Yeah.
because they misread the sign.
So I'm sure there are various thoughts and ideas that we just need to discuss as a
Yeah.
committee.
Okay.
I mean, yes, the fact that,
When it's not so
loitering
cold.
becomes a habit in a particular place, that's where you go to hang out. If word gets out, no, don't hang out there, you might get a little more peace.
Well,
I don't know,
it's a
keep
tough
your
call. It's a
Right.
tough call. And
Right.
listen, I understand all the pros and cons, but I think it's certainly for me personally, I think at least if one did a feasibility and understood what we're talking about, and it may be prohibitive.
Right.
So it may be a moot point. That's all.
Maybe there are similar.
Maybe,
That's what I wanna ask.
a discussion like this should also start at 3 Hanover Square and with the board there.
Yes.
Wait, they should
Yeah.
be
They should come, they
first
should come to us
foremost
with,
to speak up one way or the other about it.
And maybe if there are similar parks or scenarios where you've done or taken measures to address, maybe you can offer those up as well.
we still
For
know
us
the
to
parks
consider.
on those your parks?
Okay,
Sorry.
Yeah,
That's-
Delorious.
And that's gated.
Yeah,
That we also have help from the building to close and open it.
I was gonna ask that.
we would too. I mean, my sense is that
That'd be
there
great
would
to
be,
know.
that would not be a problem, and I think we could get our neighbors now too. But I think all the points are raised well.
Yeah, it's good
Yeah,
to
yeah.
explore it fully and
Okay.
with the neighborhood.
Most
But
important
at
thing.
least for now to clean it up and
Right.
put
most
the garbage cans.
So thank you for joining us this evening.
Thank
As
you.
Joel and Susan have shared, the work and support's great, and please pass along my comments to Ralph.
I will.
think
Thank
Ralph and
you.
team
Thank
do
you
a
both.
great
Both.
job, so
Very
Whoever
nice.
gives the report will thank Parks for everything they do.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Super.
Thanks.
Everybody, this is
Okay,
easy.
so we're adjourning, Paul?
What I have.
Aaron.
I was gonna say this.
Yes, I guess we're adjourned unless anyone has anything else.
Any new business or are we adjourning? We're adjourned? Okay, we're done, Paul.
Thanks, everybody.
Good night, all.
Thanks, Andrew.
Good to see you all. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, you got me.